Alright, how you guys doing? My name is Naji. So, I just wanted to go over the patch real fast and all the changes for Anji. He only got 4 changes, nothing really major except for, okay, there's one major change that I'll get to. But basically, I think overall this isn't going to be much of a change. The biggest thing is going to be, let me just get into it first. So we have 4 changes. The most inconsequential, I think, is 6p. I think 6p is a little bit closer. So you can hit people just on the ground. It's a better ground to ground thing, I think. I don't know. The patch notes were vague, and I didn't really feel much difference. But the other 3 changes are kind of significant. First is 5 heavy now launches, which lets you do crazy things like this, and basically gives you a better launcher or more reliable launcher. The problem is that it completely breaks a lot of your old combos. So, used to do that into Nagiha, now doesn't work. So you have to go into Rin now for mid-screen, if that's what you want to do. Or just do the new thing of Cole. And then hopefully you're close to the corner and you can do stuff like this. Pretty good, right? So people were losing their minds on Twitter when they showed this off. And it's a good change. It gives him more damage and all that. And gets him, gets a better damage in the corner. My issue is that Anji didn't need more damage. He needed more reliable, like, neutral and pressure. And they didn't do anything to change that. And now, that being said, the next 2 changes are a little bit more significant in that regard. Fujin makes you come... Fujin looks like it hits... They changed the hip blowback to be a little bit less of a blowback, so you can get more reliable follow-ups, I guess. But the bigger thing is Nagiha. Nagiha used to knock back your opponent pretty far, and you couldn't really do much of a follow-up. But now... oops. Right. You can follow up with a 6 heavy, or something like that. You can actually follow up because your opponent doesn't actually recover so far away anymore. That is significant, or that could be significant. The fact that you can keep your pressure going after a B&B with Nagiha. Is that going to be enough? I don't think so, to be honest. Because, he still has problems getting in against the zoners. And, Happy Chaos is still going to be a problem. And Spin is still punishing you for using it. And so, I really don't think he's going to move up or down in tiers. But it's possible that he just does so much more damage with this change that it'll make all the difference. All right, so let's try to do some combos. A lot of Anji's old combos still work, with the exception that you have to, if you're gonna go into Fujin, do Rin instead of Nagiha from a 5 heavy. So let's show that. And Rin is a good ender because it lets you follow up into more pressure. If you want to do 5 heavy into Cole, this is a pretty good combo. If it doesn't do a weird side switch. Okay. Alright, the weird side switch aside, let's try to do it without a weird side switch. And you break the wall and do a bunch of damage. Pretty good, right? I think. Also, with the Nagiha change, it's possible to more reliably counter-hit combo. And that is also potentially a huge change, because right now, or before, if you blocked Fujin, you could just mash and be able to catch everything except for Nagiha, and even sometimes Nagiha, if they do a delayed Nagiha, you could catch it with a mash. And there's not much Anji could have done with that, because unless he got a Rin counter hit, he couldn't really do much for a combo. But with the Nagiha counter hit being more reliable, you can actually do a ton of damage, punishing your opponent mashing. And so that could potentially move him up a tier to just mid-tier. He's still not really unfair compared to, the top tiers. But it's something. Okay. Finally, because of the launcher, the Fujin... Oh my gosh, the camera angles are weird. But anyway, because of the launcher and 5 heavy, you now have a more reliable counter hit Fujin combo. which was basically taken away from in Season 2, and so they kind of gave it back. So, overall, you have more access to more damage with these changes, which is something they took away in Season 2 in exchange for a little bit more reliable pressure. The problem is his pressure's still not that reliable. His damage is still kind of irrelevant. So I don't know. It could make a difference, but I don't really have my hopes up. With that, I guess that's all. If you like this sort of content, please like and subscribe. I started off as a Guilty Gear channel, but I'm gonna slowly move away to play other games. So I will be playing Anji off and on, but it won't be the main crux of the channel. But even so, I would still appreciate a subscribe. And with that, I'll catch you later.